hear the music.
It's coming. You'll know it when you hear it.
Do we need cans for this pod?
Not really.
Okay.
Nah, you don't gotta have him. Jorge doesn't like to talk much.
Good.
He's not as chatty as our last lesbian host. Or our producer, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Gate Podcast. Puerto Rican Rabbi Derek Drescher, and always is with me is the Dominican zombie, the evil genius, Gio Perez. How you doing today, Pop?
I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing, man. We got some special guests today. Jorge, that's more than 10 seconds. Thanks for paying attention, Jorge. You guys are fucking up today, man.
No.
You guys are good.
Jorge is good money.
Jorge's, what is his third episode with us?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got two special guests. We got a returning third mic, the lovely Jill Gonzalez, our financial advisor, criminal and financial advisor, fan favorite, and probably one of our biggest guests since Jared Shorts.
Whoa, easy. Jeez, you're really scraping the barrel here.
He's one half of Tuesdays with Stories, one of my favorite podcasts, and We Might Be Drunk, another one half. He has a special out on YouTube, Out to Lunch, which has 12 million views.
You got another one on Netflix right now, too, right?
Another one on Netflix coming out July 25th, Soup to Nuts.
You got it, Fatty. Nailed it.
It was funny when Gio...
I practiced this on the right here.
When
I always
Gio...
fuck up intros.
You killed it.
Bad. Yeah, it was very good work. Thank you. When Gio called me, he was like, yo, I got Norman. I thought like he meant he had you like at gunpoint or some shit like that.
Like I had him in the green room cornered, like, you're going to do my
He's
podcast?
in the trunk. We're going to do this podcast.
No, I'm down. I like you guys. Good times. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you've done our show a bunch of times.
Oh yeah. Hot show at the stand.
Yeah, I would say we probably owe a lot of the success of that show to you.
No, that can't be true.
Yeah, moving tickets for sure.
I don't know.
When you're on the road, it suffers. Wouldn't you say?
I mean, he does it every other month.
Yeah.
And those are the good ones.
Yeah, those are the hot ones.
All right, I'm gay.
Yeah,
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah. But I met you the first time. I think it was Kill Tony.
Yes.
Gramercy Theater.
You got picked.
Yeah, I got lucky. On that one. I looked way different back then.
Yeah, a little grosser.
Yeah.
You know, like a sickly Weird Al. Yeah. You know?
He looked like Bone Thugs in Harmony. That's what he looked like. He had the long.
You look better now.
Thank you.
Oh, he looks.
No, that was a question.
Oh no.
Yes. Question.
Way better. He got the prep or whatever.
Yeah, I'm on prep now.
Yeah.
I'm taking my vitamin D.
They boosted your T cells back up.
Yeah, I'm on vitamin C drip. You know. I'm drinking my beet juice.
Hell yeah.
I saw, dude. Yeah, you really did look. You look like a scoundrel then.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was just the hair that made me look a little skinnier. That's all. I'm the same weight. I've always been like 155.
Right.
Since I've been out of jail. That's just been my steady weight.
No, but just the braids.
Yeah.
The fucking ties. That thing. What were they?
Those were just curls.
Your hair just fell like that naturally. Oh, we're gonna have to look at a video.
But you look more ethnic, like Albanian, like you sold knives or something, or carpets.
But yeah, I've cut it twice. I cut it during the pandemic because I'm like, all right, what the fuck is the point of having this hair? And then I grew it out again, but then my hairline wasn't the same. So it was thinning on top, so I was almost getting like a Gallagher. So I was like, oh, fuck this shit.
Oh yeah, you can't have the Michael Bolton.
No, dude, it's fucking. I'm thinking of fucking going to Turkey.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
I just went to Albania, and it was nice.
Did you get plugs?
Everyone
Albania is not Turkey.
You got the hair plugs?
I was a little off. I showed up. I'm like, I'm ready for my BBL, and they're like, oh, there's the next door.
Let's get a forehead reduction first.
No. Why? What are you working with?
I'll show you.
Uh-oh.
It's back, but it's not thinning on top, so they would only have to work on the front. Mine's is just thinning all the way to the back.
I don't know if it's actually male pattern baldness. It's probably from the drugs.
It's
and
female
stress.
pattern baldness.
Female, yeah. Trans pattern baldness.
Yeah,
but the thing is, I know a lot of guys now that are like, a lot of the doctors in New York are fixing fuck-ups from Turkey.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah. Or maybe they're just saying it. You never know. It's fucking propaganda.
Well, this is the
but
thing,
it's like
though.
15 grand here and 3,500 over there.
Right.
I
Big
believe
difference.
it, though, because like the same thing with Dominican Republic. A lot of people were going there, but then that just opened up for a lot of janky doctors to start up. So people be like, oh, this guy does it for half the price, but he's doing it in a fucking hotel room. And people getting hurt from it.
Sure.
Or like they're coming back and getting infections. So I think the same thing's happening in Turkey where they're like, oh, they're coming here and they're waiting at the airport like, hey, 2,500, you know?
Yeah. It's like
a
people taxi.
Like that. Yeah.
They got a sign at the airport. But those BBLs, they're killing people. You know, some girls are getting injected shit and they die.
Infections.
Yeah.
and all that. I mean, I don't know.
Because now they're saying they have like dick surgeries that are more successful.
Dude,
To make your dick bigger.
They say thicker. They can't make it longer. But
see,
they can make
who
it thicker.
wants more girth? You want it to be longer so you could really pierce them guts.
I think the girth is everything.
I think
Really?
the girth.
Yeah, it's about the girth.
We got a
Okay,
lady
I will
here.
take. Yeah, I'll take.
I feel like they want their walls collapsed more than their guts pierced.
Because I heard the feeling stops about 3 inches in, but the width, that's good.
Yeah.
So
Jill,
I'm
do
fucked.
You want to be filled up.
Do you concur?
Yes.
Not necessarily
Pierced.
Pierced.
filled in.
Right.
You don't want to feel ran
So
through.
you guys don't want your guts pierced?
No.
Oh.
Damn,
No.
I'm long and thin.
Yeah,
I'm fucked.
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
I had
veins.
the long. I thought you liked it when that bone was getting.
No, I'm a pipe cleaner. I got a circle just to hit something.
And it's so fuzzy.
Yeah,
you gotta ring it like a bell.
Yeah, exactly.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, I'm like hitting the triangle for lunch at a summer camp.
All right, so more girth. But the thing is, they inject shit into your dick.
What's that that MMA fighter with the rainbow braids?
Oh,
Sean
Sean
O'Malley?
O'Malley.
Yeah, he was talking about it, and he said that he went for like some other shit, and the guy's like, "Hey, I can throw this in too." And he said it was the most painful thing.
Oh,
course.
he did it.
Ooh.
It's the most. Yeah, he said it was the most painful, and then Rogan was like, "Was it worth it?" He's like, 100%.
Whoa.
So I was just like, maybe.
So at the time, it was painful. Like, it's not painful every time he fucks.
No. Just when they did because they're injecting shit with a needle while
Yeah.
you're awake into your dick.
Why do you have to be awake for that?
I mean, I hope.
Do you have to be like a little hard?
Probably have to be hard, maybe. I don't know.
Jeez,
really?
That's tough.
See, that makes me uncomfortable.
It was just a YouTube clip, so I don't know. I didn't get.
I tore my sack in college jumping a fence, and I had to get a needle in it, and they wouldn't knock me out. I was like, just knock me out, and they sewed it up in front of me.
Ooh.
They wouldn't knock me out. They were like some kind of genital thing. You're not allowed to be under.
Did your balls fall out?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Like, where
I
you saw your balls?
I saw them. I looked in.
That was the soup in the nuts.
The soup in the
that
nuts,
was
soup to
it.
nuts.
Yeah, that's what the special's about.
He just busted open his coin
Spoiler.
purse and just.
Yeah.
Were you drunk when you hopped the fence?
Yeah. I was getting beat up pretty bad.
Oh,
Get out of here.
Well, I was getting kind of jumped at a party, so I just jumped this fence to get out of there, and I caught it, like I straddled it, and it had the spikes on the top.
Yeah.
And I fell over, and now I'm hanging there by my jeans, and they're all laughing at me on the other side of the fence.
Right.
And then eventually the jeans tore, and I fell, and I ran home.
With your balls already torn.
Yeah, but I was so drunk and keyed up from the fight that I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
And then I passed out in my bed. I woke up, blood everywhere.
Fuck, one ball over here. One
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, I scooped it all up. And I actually went to work. I went to my waiter gig, and then I showed my manager, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here! What are you
Yeah.
crazy?"
Yeah,
But
why
it
you
was the
showed him his
brunch,
dick?
brunch rush. Yeah,
Dude. Yeah, I mean,
How big was it split open?
it was like a 2-inch gash. I had a little pussy on my sack.
Wow.
Did you finger your balls? Did you
A little. I had to look in there. They look like peach pits. It's really gross.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard it's just a vein that's like wrapped up in itself, like almost like a baseball. That's all
Right.
your testicle is. It's just like a bally vein. It's a vein that's in a shape of a ball.
any
Dick
permanent damage?
intestines.
No, but they were like, if you would have waited much longer, you would have been fucked.
Can you have
Nope.
babies?
Yeah. Still got a scar though on the sack.
Got a battle wound.
Well, the fucking sack looks like it's scarred anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean, everything just probably just mends right in.
Because there's
meshes
like
right in.
almost like a seam that goes right.
Oh, there's
down
a
the
seam.
middle.
There's a seam.
That's what broke you. Broke the
No,
seams?
I hit the side.
So you got
I
two
the side.
seams now.
Double seam.
Yeah.
double seam.
Yeah, Seamy Valley. Oh yeah.
You got a fast pitch down there.
Yeah.
You ever seen a dude that you with any weird scars down there?
I was having sex with a Persian guy for a while, and he wouldn't take off his shirt. So I was like, maybe he had like open heart surgery. Like we had sex numerous times, would never take off his shirt. So I'm like shimmying it off of him, and then I just find out he has a huge tattoo of Iran. And that's why. And he like knew I was Jewish.
For political reasons.
And that for political reasons he remained shirted. So that was kind of a disappointment. I wanted like a scar or something, and it was simply Iran.
Wow.
And they say Arab guys don't respect women. Look at that.
Well, no, he probably just didn't.
Well,
want
we had
fuck
to
up
stop,
his
and he's
chances.
kept coming in me. And then I was like, listen, now that I know you're not maimed, we're gonna stop this.
Yeah, I can have a war baby.
Yeah.
So that was it. The Iran tattoo.
You ran.
And then I ran. Yeah,
I
exactly.
ran, you ran.
Damn.
That's
wild.
Did any women ever say anything to you about the scar? And
No, I mean
No?
it's all a wrinkly mess
Yeah,
with
yeah.
hair and shit down there, so
Yeah.
nobody noticed.
it is crazy. It gets crazy down there between the nuts and the gooch and the ass crack.
Plus, with my swastika tattoo, by the
Yeah,
sack,
yeah.
you know,
It takes all the.
Covered it
yeah,
up.
exactly.
You got one on the hip,
Yeah,
Right next to the cherries.
yeah. I only fuck Iranian
like a
women.
night in the drunk tank. You fucking leave with a fucking. Did you do a lot of nights? Because you were a big drinker back in the day, right?
Still am.
Still am.
Yeah.
Have you done a lot of nights in the drunk tank?
Yeah, I don't know, about 4 or 5, I'd
4 or
say. One time I was in the drunk tank, and they just threw me in, like after a long night of drinking, without patting me down. So I had a cell phone, but it was like a flip phone. This is like 2002 or something, and it went off. And it's me and all these giant black guys. They're like, "Motherfucker, you got a phone?" And they all just grab it, and they're just like throwing me against the wall, using my phone. They're calling the baby mamas, and then eventually the cops came in.
Right.
But
Where
I was
were
like,
you?
I have minutes. My minutes.
Wait till 7.
Yeah. It was Nokia. I was in New Orleans.
New Orleans? That's where you grew up, right?
Yeah.
You grew up in New Orleans?
You ever got arrested in New York?
No, I got mugged here a few times.
Yeah, I've heard those stories.
Yeah, I got popped a few times for jumping the turnstiles, but they just write you a ticket.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is when the guy was writing me the ticket, other guys were jumping it behind his back and laughing at me.
Yeah.
Were they blacker than you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they were faster and could jump higher, I
Nah,
would imagine.
Yeah.
You see, like how like the comedy scene is in Brooklyn now, right? It's like that's where all the woke, a lot, like it got gentrified. Do you think that scene would have survived back when you were around?
Well, when I started in Brooklyn, because
Right.
Brooklyn was like the fun, wild place.
Yeah.
You know, you could get crazy there. And
It's
now it's the
flip-flop
exact
now,
opposite.
yeah.
Now it's all about rules, and they analyze your set.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would have lasted. I think people are like, what are you doing, you nerd?
Yeah.
We're trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I'm in like Bushwick or Williamsburg, I get the urge to rob. You
you
know what I mean? I get the itch, especially around Old Man Hustle.
Well, it's weird because it's all about like inclusivity and stuff, but it tends to be a lot of white people with blue hair.
Yeah.
And then I remember I left there and bombed recently, and I went up to do a show in the Bronx, and it was a bunch of brown people
Right.
saying horrific things, and it was great.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was real comedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, wow, the people who claim to love you would never come here.
Right.
And if they did, they'd bomb horribly or get beat up or laughed at.
Yeah. I think it's getting tired. You know how they say, "Oh, the pendulum was going to swing," but it was the pendulum. But I think it is coming back to that because people are tired of hearing the same.
It's all the same shit. The Republicans
shit.
were for what the
Yeah.
Democrats were at one point.
Yeah.
It's all.
They got worn out
flip-flops
with the
and all
Trump
that
era.
shit
They got so
Right.
tired out. They're like, "All right, we don't want to hear about that shit anymore."
Well, it's coming back.
Yeah, I know. That's so
'Cause
that's
that's
so annoying.
Like Aaron Berg, like you just see him, he'll just go up to a crowd and you're like, "Oh, they're not gonna like him," and he gets them on their side, saying
Right.
all the wildest shit.
Well, the irony is they're becoming, because they're like clenching their pearls. You sound like Nancy Reagan. They're like, hey, you shouldn't say that. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, so you're now the conservative, like alt-right weirdo, like the Baptist church.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Yep.
But you think you're cool because you got a nose ring.
Yeah.
You know?
And you hairy armpits.
Yeah. So do I.
And a big old bush.
Even like the AI stuff, AI is woke. Like you try
Yeah.
to tell it to do certain things, and it's just like, oh no, I don't believe in that.
I think that's good, though, because then we can say fucked up shit, and
And
AI
they
can't.
Yeah.
They can't beat us.
That's it. That's good. They can't compete with us.
AI
Yeah.
will not replace us.
There you
We're gonna
go.
go on a fucking march.
Yeah.
With tiki torches.
I heard something earlier that AI is already competing with like 1% of all the creators in the world.
Of course, bro. Yeah, why would you want to pay somebody to write something for you?
Yeah,
You can
of
fucking
course.
just
Yeah.
tell.
And deal with artists. We're annoying and needy and selfish.
So
Did they make a Drake song that like went to #1?
It was great.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
gotta
it was
keep
great.
pulling it.
Yeah.
It was him in the weekend.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
don't work together, so
Yeah.
it just blew up.
And the
right away.
Eminem one was about cats was fucking wonderful.
Oh,
They had,
really?
Kanye West singing Delilah, "Hey There, Delilah," and it sounded just like
Yeah.
Kanye West.
There you
Scary.
go.
Exactly.
Scary indeed.
Yeah.
Dan Soder is it's done for him, man.
Yeah, impressionists. Who needs them?
Even what's the other guy with Kurt Metzger, Kyle Dunnigan?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
guy's a monster.
Because
Bro.
now you could do voice and face filters.
Yeah, I mean he's the original.
No, but the thing is, it's never gonna replace a fucked up, unless AI gets molested as a kid, it's not gonna grow
my
up.
favorite one
Well,
with
it's only
him.
5 or 6 right now, so there's still time for
That's
you.
true. That's true.
My favorite one that Kyle Dunning ever did was Stallone as Rambo.
I didn't see that.
HIV blood.
Oh yeah. First HIV blood. Yeah. Rambo with AIDS.
He's like, you mean to tell me the bottle is inside Rambo's body? It was fucking so fucking funny. I never laughed so fucking hard. And Metzger's trying
That's
to
an
watch
old
it
one.
with a straight face.
Yeah. I think it was like one of the writing pitches that they did, and he's telling him the idea.
Yeah, so
Kurt
Stallone
can't
is
keep straight
pitching HIV blood.
face. HIV blood to him.
And he's like, Kerp, this is a very serious movie, Kerp.
Curb the little things. Curb. Barack Biden.
Yeah.
Go by. Oh, dude, he's the best.
Yeah, that guy is fucking, he's definitely the originator. No one's ever going to be able to do it as fun. Just the amount of people he could do.
But somebody had told me, I don't know how true is this, but that like one of your like guys that you work with took one of your bits and put it into ChatGPT and showed it to you, and that you were like, most of this shit sucked, but there was one thing, like an angle that you didn't see. Is that true?
Yeah.
Who was that? Sean Malaya did that for you?
It might have been, yeah. Well, he's got the $20 version. There's two versions. I have the free one. I don't know. The $20 version's amazing. It's so much better.
Really?
Yeah. So they put one in the free one, and it was like, that sucks. Like, well, cans are weird, you know. But then the $20 one was like this great take on cans, and I was like, oh no,
really,
we're fucked.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it made you nervous.
Definitely.
That's saying a lot, man, because you're like one of the
That's
best
why I gotta
joke
just
writers
keep talking
around.
about heroin and prison.
Yeah, that's good.
And robbery.
That's the move.
Yeah, that's
go personal.
Yeah,
because when I did that, it won't let me. I just like, we can't talk about that
version.
I probably, even if I pay.
Yeah, that's the Medicaid version.
I need the incarcerated version. I need the criminal version.
You have the Chat EBT version, bro.
I need Chat EBT.
Hey.
Clip
Chat
it.
EBT.
That's great.
I wonder if it's EBT all across the country or if it's just here in New York.
No, it's EBT.
What's EBT stand for again? Electronic. Jill, you know.
Benefit.
Yes.
Benefits.
Yes.
Benefit.
Were you ever?
Yeah.
Were you poor at all when you came here?
Yeah, when I came here,
Yeah.
dirt poor.
You were a janitor, right?
Yeah.
Where were you janitor in that?
At a high rise in Midtown, like at a hedge fund firm.
Gotcha.
So like the richest guys on the planet, and I'm mopping their shit.
Any hot chicks?
Yeah, a lot of pretty ladies, but I'm holding a mop, so no one's looking at me.
That's what you never know, man. They might want to go. They might have wanted to go slumming one day.
Maybe, but I think everybody thought I was they're like, oh, he must be a heroin addict.
Or
Yeah,
like
it's
slow
like, why
or
is he
something,
not-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he not a Mexican?
Yeah, there was a lot of that. Like, what are you doing, man? White guy? What
happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
A lot of what happened.
You're like, no inglés, no inglés.
Yeah. I wish I thought of that, but it was actually a great gig. No one bothered me. Headphones in all day, writing, mopping. It was good.
Yeah.
Felt like Matt Damon or Goodwill.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in the boiler room doing bits.
Somebody walks by and sees it, and they're like, "Oh wow, we have to fire this guy."
Dude, those jobs were the best because as long as you like stay on top of like the garbages and any big thing that happens, no one's gonna fuck with you.
Exactly.
You can basically do whatever the fuck you want.
And labor is so much better mentally than, you know, like data entry. All that mindless shit will make you go crazy.
Yep.
Just sitting there punching numbers and stuff.
You take that shit home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But sweeping, come on. You're in, you're out.
Yeah. One of my first like jobs after I got out was at a hotel. And I worked there. They call it the engineering department, but you're a janitor. And it's, you know.
Same with me. They call me a porter, but
Yeah.
we all know what this is.
Yeah. Porter in jail, that's a pretty big position.
Yeah, they take out the garbage. They're basically janitors.
Well, when everybody's locked in, the porter gets to stay out.
Oh, okay.
And pass stuff from cell to cell. But yeah, they ended up giving me the late shift on my own. So I'd be there from like 11 at night till 7 in the morning by myself. With nobody.
That's
nice.
nice.
My brother, he works in Long Island. He's a janitor for like a big school district. He makes about $55,000 a year.
Right.
And he's there for 8 hours. He works for maybe 3. And then the rest of the time, he's just sitting.
Dude, I had a list of things. I'd bang it out, and then I'd go sleep in one of the open rooms.
I did a lot of that.
They each have a wing. As long as that thing is the garbage is taken out and everything's clean, we just sit around.
There was this Venezuelan housekeeper I used to bang sometimes. She was the best. She'd come in at 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Did you get her pregnant?
Oh, she was Venezuelan?
I
Get
don't
the
know.
fuck out of here.
No, she was Polish or something.
Yeah.
She wasn't Spanish?
I don't think so.
I think she was Spanish.
I think she was Eastern European.
Some type of European.
Oh, I thought she was Mexican.
She
I heard
Albanian.
housekeeper.
She looked like
Mexican.
Putin. I mean, she was definitely Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, but busy dudes, he was a busy guy. He probably had to fuck who was close to him, right? Because what was his wife was a Kennedy, right?
Yeah, Maria Shriver.
Yeah, she was probably never around.
Are they still together?
No, she left him after that.
The problem is the kid looks just like him.
Yeah,
it's like
he's
a
fucking
spitting
jacked
image.
too.
Jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's real Dominican. That's like a Dominican move right there.
What?
Having a side family, just fucking.
I think it's very Austrian. That's like some Nazi shit.
Really?
On the side.
Wasn't that like a rumor supposed to be like Hitler's father was somebody important and he got like one of the housekeepers pregnant and then they just kind of kept him quiet.
Oh.
But like he came
Like
from
Mr.
like
Deeds.
Was the housekeeper a Jew? Because that would make so
maybe.
much more
He's half, I
sense.
think.
she was blonde hair, blue eyed Jew.
Yeah.
No, she
Whoa.
wasn't.
A lot of people
I
don't
don't know
know
what she
this,
looked like.
but Farrakhan, who also hates the Jews, his father was Jewish, and he left the family when he was young. Yes, so I get it. I would get why he.
I mean, the original Jews were black.
Yeah, if you.
I was wondering how long this would take. The Jews are black.
Before we fucking fall apart and
20 minutes
unravel.
in. Okay,
Before we're
good.
in Harlem now.
Yeah,
now we're in
man.
Harlem, guys.
Well, they love the ghettos.
yeah.
Dude, those guys make me laugh so much. The
Blacks?
the Hebrew Israelites.
Oh, yeah.
They're the fucking best.
You don't see as many, I feel
No,
like, anymore.
that's true. They were everywhere.
They throw pennies at you on the train if they
Wow.
find out
They're
you're
I think
Jewish.
they're mostly
That's nice.
uptown
Yeah.
still.
Dude, these fucking guys, like, so, you know, there's a lot, like, people are more open about being homosexual nowadays. Yeah, I mean, you could see a lot of it in the city, you know, with the Village, even
It's the
back
drag
in the day.
queens. They did all this damn.
But now in like the tougher urban areas, like, people are fucking out, right? You know what I mean? There was this dude, he was walking with two girls, and he had like a fucking belly shirt on and like real short shorts. And they were just roasting the fuck out of him, bro. Like on the street.
Dude, on the way here, I was walking here from my car, and I was trying to put my phone in my back pocket, and there's this like old black dude like walking behind me, and I'm trying to get it in, and all of a sudden he's like, "Yo, man, stop all that gay shit."
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "These are new pants." I'm
Yeah.
trying to get. I was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck is that?"
He was
all
like,
about?
yeah, excuses.
I didn't even know what to say. I turned back, this big old black guy. And I was like, "We thought I'm trying to like signal you or some shit." I'm turning my phone in my back.
You want to be like walk another block. You'll
Yeah.
see some gay shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to get a lot worse.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
I
thought I
am
was
just picturing
signaling.
you like
trying to
put
put
your
it in
little...
my asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Putting lube on the phone.
I spit on the tip.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. All the black dudes, they're the most homophobic for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, they don't play that shit.
Has like coming up, like was it real homophobic? Like were people very homophobic, like in comedy and shit?
Oh, yeah. Every joke, if you look at like 90s comedy, it's all fat jokes and gay jokes.
Right.
Even
Yeah.
on TV and movies. That's all it was.
Yeah.
And I grew up in New Orleans. I had a transvestite nanny. And the balls on this guy, he would wear a wig and a high heels to come take care of us. And we lived in a black neighborhood. So he would get roasted every day. And he was tough as hell. He just took it.
Damn, your parents were super liberal, huh?
Oh, yeah. And
You-
cheap.
And
He
she, I was about to
cheap.
say, like, I was probably outbidding fucking every other nanny.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
fucking
Mrs. Doubtfire
Yeah.
calls it like,
Is he
come
from
on.
Turkey?
Wait, so what was her name or his name?
Enos.
Enos?
Enos with the
yeah.
Enos with the penis.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's too perfect. But
And he was black, a black
big
dude.
black guy.
Oh, he was black.
He did burlesque at night, so he had a boa on all day, and he was hanging out with the broom and doing moves and shit.
Well,
It
I
was
guess
fun.
New Orleans would be that
Oh,
you'd see
yeah.
that kind of shit down
Totally.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Very, very normal.
Wild,
Right.
yeah. Big
Yeah.
Frida. There's that rapper, the trans rapper or cross-dressing rapper from New Orleans. Yeah, like
there-
started a whole genre of music.
Right.
There was this dude who used to impersonate a black woman. I forget his
Theo
name.
Vaughn.
This guy was
Tyler
Shirley
Perry?
Shirley Q Liquor. You guys ever hear of
Damn,
Shirley
that's a
Q
great
Liquor?
name.
No, dude, it was one of the best things I've ever heard. And then
Yeah, you sent it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't get it. It's just a white guy being racist."
well, nobody knew he was white at first.
You can hear he's white.
It's like Marika or Marisa.
Oh,
you
Marisa.
know?
Yeah, oh.
But Marisa was like sounds like a Spanish.
Bro,
Oh, yeah.
people would go to Mauricia's shows and they wouldn't even know who the fuck Giannis was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He would open and bomb.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
would bomb and then come out as Mauricia,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and kill.
I found out who Marisa was.
That's Shirley Q Liquor right there.
Wow. That's a
and
white guy?
blackface.
Wow.
Yeah, but nobody.
Is that Zach
I was
Amico?
just gonna say.
Holy shit.
Black
That's
Amigos is
terrifying.
That's after an ECW wrestling show out backstage.
that guy's so hard, too.
Dude, the phone calls, like, I thought it was a black woman. I really
Wow.
did. Yeah, and when he finally started doing live shows, that's when people went bananas. And he was a school teacher. He got fired. all that shit. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah,
Wow, he just had to wait a few years.
Yeah,
He'd be
he would-
teaching in Florida.
Yeah, he'd be reading books to our kids right now.
Yeah.
yeah, hilarious shit. If you ever.
Wow.
What the hell?
wild.
What was
Shirley
I
Q.
just?
Liquor.
What was I just saying? I was saying something before that. Before he pulled up the picture of Shirley Q.
Should we just-
We're
Oh,
talking about
Mauricia.
Yeah, Mauricia.
I feel like if Mauricia would have popped now, it would have been. You know what I mean?
Controversial.
No, I don't know how controversial. I just feel like.
Throwing the N-word around.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want Giannis to get in trouble or anything.
No,
I'm
he
saying.
said all that stuff has Mauricia. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his biggest quote.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's his
yeah.
favorite quote.
Yeah.
He would sell out Caroline's. We would
Yeah.
go to the shows. It was pandemonium.
Yeah.
I found that I didn't know who that was, but I always heard my cousins doing "That's it," and I
Yes.
never got it. I never knew what it was from because I was never on the internet.
Take me to Westchester.
And
Yes.
one time I was listening to, I think it was Hyenas, and the girl I was dating was like, "Is that Mauricia?"
Ah,
And I was like, "Who's that?" And then she showed me the video, and I was like, "That's what the fuck this was all about."
yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't talk about it that much on the
No,
podcast.
no.
It just comes up here and there.
Yeah, and that came and went. He got millions of views on that back when no one got a million views.
Right. Yeah. He was doing theaters and shit as
Yeah.
Mauricia. Yeah.
But you had to have Puerto Ricans in the city,
Yeah.
or it didn't really fly.
The thing too,
Miami.
he was so far ahead of his time.
Oh, yeah.
With that bit, I mean, it was nuts. Because that's 10 years old, Mauricio, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like
About.
it's having a
You guys did
big
that-
TikTok resurgence.
Really?
Now.
Oh,
yeah.
I
good,
hope so.
good.
Yeah,
I
it
hope
is.
so.
I heard TikTok really pushes gay content.
Mm.
Because I have a friend, she's bisexual, and she says when she posts stuff that's not about being bi, it doesn't do as good.
Whoa.
Bro, that's all of our friends. All of our young friends who are popping on social media right now, their
They're
clips,
gay.
yes, or they say they are. And I'm not gonna blow anybody up, but like,
Or blow anybody.
yeah,
I'm not gonna blow anybody's back out.
I've even been told by them, they're like, unless I say something about I'm a woman, I say something about dating a woman, like it bombs. It bombs 100%. And a lot of our friends are fucking,
Really?
yeah, they're, you know, if they're not established, just they're connecting to this young fucking algorithm. And
Well, I think Matt Rife got all the straight girls.
oh
you
yeah,
know.
which is weird.
He's probably got
And
some
the
gay
gay
guys.
boys.
And
And
the
the
black
gay boys.
The black people love Matt Rife.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, dude, in prison he would have a rough time.
With those lips?
Yeah.
dude,
Forget about
Those abs? Yeah.
that ass.
Because
it. Those
That
eyes?
girthy dick?
somebody's like, all his women are all his fans are women or black people. So it's like, if it ever comes out that he's gay, he's done.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's over for
You
him.
think he's gay?
No, I don't know.
No,
I don't want to.
so.
No.
I think he's
slander.
a girlfriend right
Oh.
now.
Allegedly. No.
Jill, you think he's attractive?
Yeah,
You do?
but I've known him. I met him a while ago
Sweet guy.
Oh, you knew him when he
Sweet
was
guy.
nothing.
when he didn't have as many abs. I don't think.
He only had 6. This is
Yeah.
before he had the 12.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Gross.
I mean, the fucking guy has sold out what, like 100 shows.
I think he sold that all next year, I believe.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Wow.
Could you imagine?
Ride it while you can.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck it, man.
we're gonna have to threaten people to come.
But
to
he
our
started
show.
when he
No,
was
we're gonna
like
have to write
14 or
jokes.
something.
Oh, really?
We either got to do Botox.
Dude, don't you understand? It's
or
not
write
about
jokes.
really jokes anymore.
You hear this,
Comedy?
Norman? You're wasting
I'm
your time.
fucked.
You're
No,
wasting your time,
no.
Norman.
I'm talking about popping on social media.
Ah.
Yeah, it doesn't really have to.
But
you
that's
could
going
get
to
a
be
fo-
short term, though. It's going to be short term because, like, what we have tops 30 minutes of material. Like, I see people now reposting
I have
stuff
17,
that they started
17
Yeah.
minutes
because they
of
blew
material.
up and now they don't have no more material.
Of course.
Right.
So they're putting up the same shit over and over again.
It's the kiss of death. You need more content, and then your quality goes way down.
Yeah, and what are you going to do when you're selling out theaters
Right.
with 45 of mediocre material and you're like 5 years in?
Yep.
And then you just blew your load early, and then now when you actually get better, people
don't
are gonna
know.
be like,
But do people care? Because I've been opening up for like TikTok people. They have, like a half-hour set uptown, and 8 minutes in, they're like, "So how much time is that?" And their fans fucking
Don't
don't
care.
give a
They
fuck.
don't
They
care.
love them.
They want
Yeah.
the photo.
Yeah.
yeah, but how many times are they gonna go just for that photo? They're gonna sit for
Mm.
that. They already got the photo. Do you think they're just gonna go there for a meet and greet? Eventually, they're gonna be like, all right, now this sucks.
Well, I have heard from
I
even from
hope.
people that work at clubs, they're like they'll give you like 2 runs, like two run throughs if you.
Yeah, but it takes some time because I forgot who told
I don't,
me.
but I don't particularly believe that because if they're gonna sell the venue out, who really gives a fuck?
Right.
that
That's
is,
what they.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fans. Well, the fans forgive you.
Right.
Well, yeah, well they come back out. That's true.
That's what happened. Southern Mama, he blew up, and then people were going. It's like, oh, his show sucks. because he wouldn't do jokes. He'd just go up there and brag about how he blew up. And then his opener was actually writing jokes. So the manager's like, listen, you're going to do less time. You're both going to do 45. You're going to help Darren with his jokes, and we're going to have an actual act.
Whoa.
Because people were just getting pissed off. They're like, what the fuck is this? He'll do like an hour and 15. He'll run the light telling stories.
Yikes.
Like, yeah, so I bought this Mercedes-Benz with my first check, and people are like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's short money.
I hate shit like that.
Yeah, I don't really hear about him anymore. And then he fucked himself with the JFL thing. So
What was that?
he went. They had a panel, and he was like on New Faces, and he was
said
like
that-
telling
he said
them
the
about
N-word?
comedy. Well, that was at the show.
Okay.
That was later. He said that to, I think Duce Sloan or something.
Ooh.
Did he really?
2?
Close enough. He called it like some big, like he called it like a gorilla or something.
Oh, my
He said
God.
something borderline racist to, I think it was Duce, and like he started arguing like he knew comedy. So
Holy
Chris
shit.
Red was like, "All right, you know so much.
Oh, I
You're
remember
closing
this.
out. You're closing out the show."
Uh-huh.
So he went up there and ate dick for 15 minutes, and when he got off
Damn.
stage, he just started just going at all the comics. He's like, "You guys don't know anything. Fuck you."
Oh.
And then he said some shit to Dulce.
Well, it's going to be back on Comedy Gossip, folks. Here we are. Damn.
See, if we were involved in something like that, at least somebody would have got beat up or a chair would have got thrown. or
That's a
something
better
like that.
system.
Yeah,
That is,
yeah.
but not that doesn't work like long term.
No, no.
Yeah.
No,
Because if people get scared of you and shit, and like I don't, I want to tell jokes. Like you just said, there's a lot of scary people in comedy.
You think so?
What do you mean?
Like there's
Did
a
I
lot
say
of
that?
a lot of people try to avoid confrontation. There's not. A lot
Oh,
of people
yeah,
like,
there's a lot of that for sure. Yeah.
It's like, oh, watch out for this guy. He's got he might
Right.
smack you.
But I'm just hoping the crowd work bubble bursts.
Yeah.
I think it already has.
You think so? I
Yeah.
don't tell that to the internet.
I don't think so.
Okay, I hope you're right.
Well,
Why do you think so?
I hope the
Is it
crowd
not-
work bubble bursts and talking about prison and drugs fucking
That's-
skyrockets.
I hope so.
That's
That
way cooler.
takes a little more skill. There's a lot of like, what do you do? And then the audience has a funnier answer than the comic.
comic.
And then
Yeah.
the clip ends and it has 8 million views.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, my buddy has a theory that you ever watch a clip and you're like, why is this funny? Why does this have 8 million views? It's because you keep watching it,
Right.
looking for the bit,
Right.
but it never comes.
Yeah.
Right.
And then people come to shows thinking that's what comedy is.
I know.
Hey, you
Yeah.
tell a joke, they look at you like you got fucking 8 heads.
Yeah.
I have found that the crowds have been more talky.
Yes.
Because they
Yes.
think they're part of it.
Yeah.
They want to interact.
Yeah.
My last spot I did last night was like that, and I mean, I have gotten aggressive on stage before where I yell at people to shut the fuck up. But I was like, I just don't care. I'm just gonna tell my jokes. and
Yeah.
whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here and go
Well,
to bed.
I'm not going to say any names. Southern Mama. I don't even know who that is. But I know a guy who's a big crowd work guy, and he's very successful. And now he has to do a thing where he stops his show and goes, guys, this is the comedy portion. For like 20 minutes, I'm going to tell jokes. And they go, all right, fuck. And they go pee or get a beer. And you're like, this is not
Really?
good. Yeah.
Sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah, I've heard at Matt Rife a few theater things that he had didn't go too well because people just kept yelling.
Well, to do crowd work in a theater,
That ain't easy.
I mean,
You have to be like, very polished, like a very older polished guy. And even Jay says it's not the same when he's doing Fully Loaded to when he's doing
Yeah.
the club.
He
Yeah,
pulls it off 'cause
stadium?
the Jumbotron.
Jumbotron.
saves
Right,
him.
right,
You
right,
know,
right.
they show the guy he's talking about.
Yeah.
You need to see the fat guy
Yeah.
or the eye patch or the haircut or whatever it is.
It's so much easier than in the club. But I remember this kid, I was like roasting him during the show, and then he came up to me afterwards. He's like, dude, why didn't you roast me more? He goes like, yo, I'm a big Schultz fan. He goes like, he's like, I want to come and get roasted. I want to come to shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's not comedy though. Like,
Yeah.
I want to tell some jokes, even if they suck to you. Like,
Right, go to Jeff Ross's show.
yeah, go to
That's not this.
go to 85 South. Go to
Yeah.
one of those shows.
Yeah.
Those are the greatest shows.
Those guys are hilarious.
Yo, those guys are the best.
so
Yeah.
funny.
I remember him from Vine. Like he was one of the guys
Wow.
that
Vine.
because he used to rap too. He sucked
Mm.
at rapping. Good thing he did the comedy thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he would just go like he was like more of a personality when I first saw him because he'll just go into a Chinese shop, a buffet, and one of the videos he did, he's like, "Yo, can I get some of the and the meow meow?" And the lady's just looking at him like, and he was just like yell shit in the mall. Like he was
That's
just
fun.
a wild dude. And I saw that like him translate that on stage where he just goes out there and he's just
Yes.
like it's like Jeff Ross put on like automatic.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, you got a squirrel around your neck. What's that first thing? Bah!
Yeah.
And he's just running across stage doing
Yeah.
a little,
You talking about DC Young Fly?
DC Young Fly.
Yeah,
That guy's great.
Yeah, no, he's naturally funny.
He is.
He was one of those guys when I heard he was doing
I mean,
stand up.
he
I was like,
lights
probably
theaters
sucks.
on fucking fire. Bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I
yeah.
saw him.
Yeah.
And it was in the Alabama theater in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
And he just fucking lit it on fire.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like a bigger than life persona too.
Yeah, and you see him knock that guy out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he's
great
like a real
video.
street dude too.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That's fun to see.
yeah.
Yeah, he did a testimony. That's what I like. He did a testimony at the end of his show where he sat down. He got serious. He's like, yeah, I got stabbed. I was in the streets, and comedy changed my life. And I was like, I like that.
Wow.
I'm not gonna do
Little
that because that's
preacher.
gay.
Gio used to make the gayest posts back in the day.
Oh,
How
Like
comedy
thanking God
changes
for
life.
things?
Yeah,
But then I realized it was gay. And I was like,
thanking
who
God.
cares?
He was like,
I didn't say
About
thank
your
God.
journey.
he was like, Godfrey put me on his live. He's like, this is a sign from the Lord.
Hey, first off, I was a year in.
I get
It's
it.
not like I made a documentary about my fucking journey. We called it GO20.
True. Yeah, you didn't pull a lev. No, I have had those moments in comedy though, because the thing is like, Mark, how old are you?
39.
39.
I'm 20.
He was using his
So,
street
Gio,
age.
Yeah.
Gio, you're what, 37?
Yeah, about to
I'm
be
42,
37.
so we're closer to you in age, right? But as far as comedy goes, you're much older than we are. You know, we're young comedians. We've both been doing it about 5-6 years. So it's like,
Yeah, we're around 20-year-olds. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
right,
your,
right.
You know
your
what
boy
I mean?
Sean. So I'm
like I got
that's
more
our
in
guy.
common with you, having a conversation with you, Soder. Like, you know, the young kids, it could get like, it could be trying to hold a conversation with them or be around them.
Sure.
Because, you know, they're always on. They don't know. They're not talking about anything
Yeah.
else. But I've had that moment when Soder, I remember I was doing that show on the patio.
Oh, yeah.
And he stopped me as I was coming off.
Yeah, because you were talking about like drug addiction.
Yeah, he
and,
was
like
like-
going to jail. And Soda's like, I'm going to go up there and talk about COVID.
Yeah, he was like, just keep talking, keep doing what you're doing. That was really great, man. And I was like,
He didn't say all that.
That
but,
shit,
yeah.
He said,
that shit, no, that shit pumped me up, dude. It made me
he
feel like
said-
I had wings, and I was like, oh, I think I'm figuring it out. And then I ran to my next show, and I followed Derek Gaines, and I ate a fucking dick. I ate a fucking big fucking prick after that.
No, but that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Those little pep talks and
Yeah.
compliments.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yep.
I almost quit comedy until when I moved back to New York. And I was doing all these open mics, and it just didn't work. I was like, I got lucky in Alabama because I started out there. So I was just like, all right, I'm not that funny. I'm only funny in the South. And it was just 2 months of just bombing everywhere. And then when I got picked on that after that night, I was like,
I heard he wasn't that funny in the
I
South,
was
too.
on. Kill yo, they love me down there.
Dude, I
Because I said
remember
the
you made a
N-word.
post about
I
that,
used to
too.
say the N-word on stage, and they loved me. There was like this guy, except some white comics didn't like.
I feel
me
like
'cause I said
Jill
the
did
N-word.
one open mic and went right to shows after that.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I started in DC.
Headliners were taking her on the road. Like, hey, can we write with you?
They're like, hey,
Help
you want to come
write?"
host for me at the Cellar?
Yeah, I started in DC, and then like 6 months in, there's like a tour coming through, and so people
Was
were
it
like
the All-Star
sending him
game?
tapes, very close. People were sending him tapes and like auditioning to be like they were gonna pick 2 local comics, and they picked me. And I was so happy. It's like, I'm too big for this fucking city. Like, 6 months in. And the tour was like an abortion tour. I was like, I got it. Because there was like, I don't know,
Planned
6 of us
Parenthood?
that had abortion jokes.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's just abortion jokes for the whole.
no, but it was like, you know, a good couple minutes.
Yeah.
But then I was like, all right, I'm out of here.
You're leaving DC.
Yeah.
There
It's
you
like
go.
I'm too big.
So you became a big fish in a small pond quick in DC.
Yeah, DC is so regimented in its comedy scene. There's like a really clear path, and there's a lot of fucking funny comedians there.
Yeah, there are.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just like it wasn't like New York where you get here and it's like good fucking luck. There's like a
Right.
clear ladder. Like you do this show, you do these mics,
yeah.
and then you can probably do this show, and then you can do this show, and you can like.
Yeah, there's
Move
like
up.
different like parts of the totem pole you have to climb before. Because like now you gotta.
You
gotta
could
climb through the
bypass all
mud,
that though if you just threaten
But-
people.
Yeah.
but there's no long term. Well, like I feel like you
Good
gotta
old
go
Jared
through the.
Schwartz would be like, you got time for me tonight,
Well,
right, buddy?
Yeah, no, but there's people that like they produce shows or that helps kind of climb up a little bit.
Oh, 100%. I mean, dude, our illegal show is what helped us kind of get our faces out there.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't my jokes.
No, it wasn't mine either.
Yeah, getting here in the pandemic, I think was helpful because there were no clubs.
Yeah.
Everyone was just like on kind of like at the same level as far as shows.
Yeah.
You're just like, I'll do a show. Then you get there and there's awesome names on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I remember being like at a park show and like word got out that the clubs were going to reopen and everyone was like, yes. And I was like, no.
I got my park bits.
Yeah, man.
I had a bunch of that shit, like field jokes and mosquito jokes.
Rooftop jokes.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because you were one of the few people that was out that just didn't stop during the pandemic. Like you took a little break and then
Yeah,
you,
Joe,
Joe,
you don't
Ari.
want to lose it.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose like comedy, and then like, what else am I doing?
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
nothing else. All these guys like go to their beach house or whatever, or like I'm gonna go to my parents' house in Connecticut and sit on a boat. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I gotta do this park thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the point of just being an alcoholic?
I
wanna
went to,
drink
Hey.
and do comedy.
Anybody can do that.
Yeah. Sam, he shot a special on the roof.
That's
I
right.
went to.
Yeah,
that's right.
Phil Hanley, and it was Phil Hanley
I
opened
had-
up, and Sam.
I had a wild show with Sam. You heard about the backyard show where the lady took the mic from him?
I saw the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was my
Crazy.
show. That was
No
the-
way.
Yeah.
What happened? Why did you tackle her?
She locked me out.
Did you
Me-
see what she looked like?
She locked
Yeah.
me.
Big
I tell
pink
you,
hair.
One of the comics from the show matched with her on Hinge. Right
Ah!
It was a black guy, wasn't it?
No. It
outta here.
was Ben. I forget his last name.
Benjamin Scott?
No, not Benjamin Scott.
Ben
No,
Himmel?
I can't remember. No.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. But so Sam had posted on his stories like, "Hey, I'm looking to do 45 minutes. Who has a show?" And I was already producing shows, so I was like, "I'll throw something together last minute." So we did it. We've got a spot in Brooklyn on Bleecker Street. And when we show up to set up for the show, there's a Jamaican party going on that roof.
Oh,
Fuck
those
yeah.
are quiet.
No, it was loud, but everybody was just sitting around, standing. Nobody was dancing or anything.
Okay.
And I'm asking the guy, I was like, hey, what time you going to be done? He's like, probably like 8 or 9, but I'm not sure. And we're outside trying to scramble to find a roof. And this lady walks in with like a pack of White Claws. And she's like, hey, you guys here for the party? And I was like, no, but do you guys want a comedy show? And then she goes like, that's not a bad idea. So she goes, asks her roommate, and then the blue-haired girl comes out. And then right away, she's like, who are the comics? Who's on, like, asking all these questions. But she's like, okay, I'm cool with it. We gave her some money.
Yeah.
So we start the show. So they just doubled our audience just with that. So I'm like,
Nice.
this is amazing. So my boy goes up. It's going good. Renan opens up, kills it. There was a few other people that I had that thrown on last minute. And then Sam messages me. He goes like, I'm outside. So I go outside to look for him. And I'm like, yo, I'm on Bleecker. And he goes like, Bleecker in Manhattan or Brooklyn? I'm like, Brooklyn. He goes like, fuck, I'm in Manhattan.
Oh, no.
So he's like, can you stall for a half hour? And I was like, yes, we can stall. So I go there. Now I'm just throwing up open micers.
Right.
Because to fill time. And while they were waiting for Sam, a bunch of the people started walking out. And that blue hair lady just got drunk. And now she's just being a pain in the ass. She's like, why are people going in and out? I'm telling the comics, yo, stay inside. I'm telling all the friends, stay inside. She just bugs out. Sam finally shows up, and she won't let Sam in. She won't let Sam, and Rachel was there with him. She's like, you can't come in. She's like, $50.
Whoa.
And Sam's like, I just paid $40 to get here. She's like, what does that even mean? Like, she's just so blacked out drunk. And then I convinced her to do the show, but half the people are gone. So like Sam just looks around and goes, pretty light. I was like, fuck. I'm like, half of them are locked
Man.
out. She
What a
won't let 'em back
cunty
in.
thing to say immediately. That persnickety bastard. Pretty light.
I was like, I'm like, they're all out there, man. And I go outside to get everybody to go back in. And she locked the gate. So now Rachel's trying to get back in. I'm like, hey, can you at least let her back in? And she's just ignoring me the whole time.
Jesus.
So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, stupid fucking cunt, bitch, fucking. Sorry, Rachel. Sorry for my language.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I hear her. She starts yelling the patriarch at Sam while he's on stage.
Jesus
The patriarch.
Christ.
He digs in on her for like 10 minutes. And mind you, it's only her friends in there. And they're all laughing at her.
Ooh.
So I guess she got pissed off and like rushed the stage.
Got
and
it.
as soon as I heard her voice, I was like, oh,
that's
show's
it.
over. It was over.
Yeah.
And then everybody started walking out. I was trying to pay Sam. He's like, don't worry about it. I was like,
Wow.
nah, at least take 40 for this. He said, no, don't worry about it. It's not your fault.
Well, at least he got a clip.
Yeah, but and the funny thing was, he was like the one show I never recorded. I had the craziest interaction with. Because they missed the when he was going.
Yeah, somebody
in
got
on
it on phone.
Oh, okay.
And they only got the end of it. Like when he started, he was dunking on it. Like, it
Damn.
was bad.
What was the angle? Like he was just saying, "This is your house," or
Yeah, no, because he didn't know who she was.
oh, okay.
So she's just like being rude to him, and he's just going back and forth, and everything she's like yelling out, he has something back to say.
Right.
And everybody just turned on her, and that was it. She probably just give me the mic.
Well, her friends probably hated her too. She sounds like not
Because
And everyone was Jamaican?
No, that was
This whole time?
No,
I'm seeing her like, you patriarch, man.
Nah, Sam would have got stabbed. If that was a Jamaican party, it would have ended differently.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What a story.
yeah, that was wild.
Those were wild times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, a guy got beat up during the house show, and they raised like $30,000 for him on GoFundMe.
You hear about this kid that got his eye knocked
Lorenzo.
loose?
No.
He already had a lazy eye, so that was the funny
Oh,
part
I
about
thought
it.
his eye became lazy after.
No, he
I was
always had a
confused.
lazy eye.
So you were confused also.
Yeah, because
And
I
you
was
know-
like, I think he was like this before, but
Yeah,
I don't
he
want to be
was,
like,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it was funny because like it happened right after the Black
You know he
Lives
sells
Matter thing.
glasses, eyeglasses too.
I'm watching all
That's
these
his
like
job.
white like woke comics donate like 300, 200, 500, and I was just like, I don't want to be a hater, but in my head I'm like, this eye's
Dude,
always
I
good.
heard he deserved it.
Yeah, and he's showing up after that at every open mic with Supreme jackets, Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, that money is gone.
I was like,
I'll tell you what, it didn't go to fix his eye because that shit is still fucking floating fucking everywhere.
No, he
bro.
had that before.
Yeah,
He
but
was
dude, he
known
could
for
probably
that.
get it fixed, I would imagine.
Nah, you can't.
Dude,
get
he
a
got
laser
like
fixed.
50 fucking it's a
It was
nerve.
no, it was
They
like
can fix it.
33,000. It was 33,000 in the end.
Bro.
It was like 10,000 too. It was
From
just
what I
like, the goal's
understand-
10,000. He got like 33.
they're doing a show in a dude's house, right? And there was some chicken. Now, I'm not trying to be racist. There was some chicken going around the party.
What kind?
Fried. Yeah, fried
There you
chicken.
go.
And he dropped some of the grease on the guy's couch.
Ooh.
And the guy was like, hey, man, did you do that? And he was like, no, I didn't do that. And then they got into an argument, and then the guy just fucking cracked him.
That's what it was
That's-
about?
That was it?
It was over chicken.
I thought he was like mugged on the street.
No.
Oh, that's what people thought.
No.
That's why they felt so bad. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm going to
All right,
wait
I want
till
my
hear
money
the
back.
story.
Gio had the greatest joke about it. He goes, man, I wish I was that kid. He's like, the last time I started a fight, I woke up broke with 17 cents in my pocket.
No, I was like, I got fucked up my whole life, and I never like
Got any
knocked
money
out and
for it,
woke up
yeah.
in a new tax bracket.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to write jokes anymore. I just go to comedy shows and start fights.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but everybody here's a big pussy.
You're like, come on, Will Smith, hit me.
Yeah.
I was like,
think,
you look pussy.
Yeah.
You look pussy.
I think the outpouring of support when it comes to stuff like that is like definitely how sensitive everybody is.
Dude, a
nowadays.
kid
Yeah.
just got slashed. A
I
comic.
gave $100 for
What?
that. I'm not gonna
25.
lie.
In New York?
Yeah, a younger guy.
He works with
Dylan
doped up
Negri.
comedy.
David Clash.
Really?
Yeah.
David Clash, younger
Yeah.
kid. Yeah, he was sleeping on the train, and this guy walked up. He said he just felt somebody grab his shirt and then just slashed his eye.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, he had a cut like right under the eyeball.
Yeah.
So he just missed his eye.
Yeah.
Like the scar was right
Wow.
here.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Give me your money. Give me your phone." So he took his phone.
He told him, he goes, well, how do you think I got money? I'm on the train.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I'd be in a fucking Uber if I had money.
and then the guy left, and they caught him because of the phone.
The guy was using the
Wow.
He
phone.
was texting his friends. He's like, "Hey, can you send me some money?" He's texting all the
Whoa.
contacts.
Yeah, yep. And
And comics
Nice.
almost sent the money. But
and
what are
he
you gonna
rode
do?
the train 8 stops to the fucking Coney Island Hospital,
Yeah.
and then they brought him to another better trauma center.
Yeah.
That's tough though. I give that guy I salute that kid, man.
That is tough. Waking up and realizing the nearest hospital is Coney Island.
Oh,
That sucks.
yeah. You might as well just rub your face in dirt right then. You're definitely leaving there with an infection for sure. Coney Island. But yeah, just to wake up to a guy slashing your face, and this wasn't just like any little. He fucking really dug that fucking blade in there. Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean the cut goes from like here to here,
Yeah.
and it was wide.
Where's his GoFundMe?
Oh, he got one.
it.
Yeah,
Oh, he got
He
one.
got
Okay.
one.
Yeah, he got it. And
He
to be
should
honest
get
with you,
more
like
than
he
30,000.
Yeah.
he really
He's
deserved it
got
because
stitches.
bro,
Yeah.
if he can find a way to sue that guy, which the guy probably has,
You could probably
doesn't
maybe
have
sue the
shit.
city, probably, right? On the train.
For
You
the
could probably.
train.
Well, what happens a lot of times when you assault somebody like that, when you go in, you're going to get restitution, and paying that restitution off is going to be part of your parole when
But
you
if
get
you don't
out.
pay, I stole somebody's work truck, and it was like,
was it like a Mr. Softy?
no, it was a
So,
construction truck.
Mark, so all 3 of us have stolen vehicles before.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I guess I've stolen a bike.
Hey, well, that counts.
Is that a vehicle
Yeah.
or a skateboard?
You're in.
That counts
You're
in the LGBT community.
All right, I'll take it.
In Brooklyn, you're good. You're good.
It's a little razor scooter.
Be part of the Brooklyn chapter.
Yeah, no, but I
didn't
had
take
a
rollerblades.
Yeah, rollerblades.
The gayest thing you can steal.
Yeah, imagine that. Somebody just like skating away with your fucking rollerblades.
Maybe a pogo stick would be the gayest.
If it's up your ass too.
You didn't
Using
see.
it
You didn't
backwards.
see anything, and then you're like,
down.
You ever do a pogo stick backwards?
You used to skateboard a lot, Mark, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're a pretty active guy. I see you doing the fucking pull-ups.
I did them before I came here,
Yeah.
like a psycho.
You work out basically
Bartenders.
every day, right?
I mean, I just do like prison shit.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
fucked in the ass.
it's-
You know, stuff like that.
Grab your ankles.
Yeah.
Touch your toes, grab your ankles.
Do 10 dips on a black
That's a
rock.
good morning
Right.
right there. 10 dips on. I'll
And
never
then- and then
forget.
you pull up your pants.
I'll never forget my brother was a huge Big J fan, right?
Uh-huh.
And I remember after he got shot, he was staying with me to like recover, and I was leaving. I was going out. He's like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I gotta go do some comedy." And I go, "Oh, Big J is gonna be
Big gay.
Big J is gonna be at the club tonight." And he's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can I go?" And I was like, "Absolutely." Right? And my brother had this. He had a colostomy bag on him because he got shot in the stomach, but Karen was hosting, so I'm sitting there with my brother, I remember, and she's like asking everybody what they do, and even though I'm a comic, I'm trying to like, she's like, "What do you do?" And this is before I like really knew her, and I was like, "Oh, I'm a fitness instructor," and she goes, "Oh, I thought you worked in a comic book store," and she said to me, and then my brother, because of the bag, right, it made him look like he was fat.
Yeah.
Right? And she's like, "You're a fitness instructor." She's like, "This throws me for a loop. What kind of fitness do you teach?" And I was like, "Oh, I teach prison style boot camp." And she fucking went in. She's like, "Prison style boot camp." She's like, "A guy gets on top of you, you push him up. What happens with that?" And then
Yeah.
she looks at my brother. She goes, "You may be a fitness instructor, but you left your friend behind." Yeah. And the fucking train ride back home. It's like 2 a.m. We're on the last car. It's just me and him. And he just goes, "I'm not fucking fat."
And then he ran over and just cut some white kid in the face. Give me your phone, bitch.
And I remember telling Karen about it. She's like, "Oh, I feel so bad. I'll give him a free membership to my OnlyFans," and he wouldn't take it.
Wow.
He wouldn't take it. He
Pride.
wouldn't take it at all.
That's the ultimate insult.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, you're too fat, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that.
So what made you get into the? Because I've seen your pull-ups are not bad, dude.
Oh, dang. Well,
yeah.
I did them all the pandemic. You know, you got to get out of the
I saw
house.
you bust out like 20 something in a row.
Yeah,
which
well,
is no easy feat.
Thanks. You
Yeah.
just do it over. It's been years,
Yeah.
so it's not that impressive. But you just go out and do a couple every day. We had nothing to do, so I'd be like, all right, I'll do 10 today, and then I'll try to get to 11 tomorrow.
Right,
Then I'll
right,
try to
right.
get 12, and that's all it is.
Do you run it all or no?
Nah.
No jogging. But you skateboard also.
I used to. I'm
Right.
old and I'm crickety.
So when you grew up when you were younger and when a teenager, you skateboarded a lot.
Every day, all day.
Okay.
That's all we did.
And you hung out with those kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Now the skaters can be like a tough group of
Yeah,
kids.
they're bad, degenerate, bad parenting, bad
Yeah.
home, a lot of that shit, a lot of like stealing,
Right.
a lot of vandalism,
Right,
a lot of
right.
40s.
So you did all
I think
that.
that movie
Yeah,
Kids.
yeah, it was like Kids without
Did you
the
know any of
AIDS.
those guys?
He was
No, I was
he was
in
in
New
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, there was a few real skaters. That guy Harold, the guy who started Zoo York, I think the black guy, he's dead.
Yeah,
He's
two
from the
of the
Lower
guys.
East Side.
Two of the
yeah.
guys died from that movie.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. That was a great fucking movie. But
Great movie.
I've seen a lot of skateboarders like in that movie crack their fucking boards over dudes' heads before.
Yeah, there's
You
a
seen-
lot of that.
You seen that shit happen before?
Oh, yeah.
They
Oh,
get
yeah.
mad. I feel like their skaters are so chill. They get mad.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
If you
get
fuck with
angry.
them while they're skating,
And there's so many of them that they feel invincible,
Yeah,
and they're holding a
stick
weapon.
together. Yeah.
yeah.
I used to make out under the van's half pipe
Oh, nice.
in the mall.
That's your fucking interjection.
This is
to
a
the
half
story.
pipe in the mall.
I
Yeah.
used to fuck guys.
Well,
under
That's
the
that's
van.
like corny. Like
Right, yeah.
like no one was stealing. People had
No.
bat mitzvahs.
Yeah, up
Right.
top, they're doing kick flips. Down there, clip flips.
Nice.
That's right.
Probably some rollerbladers in the mix.
I don't think they would allow that. They had like
Okay.
some dignity, but they
Yeah.
were like their moms would come pick them up and they'd be like, "Can I get this shirt?"
That's nice.
Did you used to rollerblade? Did you ever rollerblade?
No, never.
No, Mark's not gay.
I had the quads though.
The quad. Oh, the
Wait.
four.
Roller skates.
Roller skates.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are
black
awesome.
dudes make those shit look cool. Like when you see the videos and they're going
cones?
backwards and they'll lay on their back and then like a girl will ride them.
Yes.
That's the coolest shit
There's
ever.
a guy in Central Park still. He's like 60. He does it every day. He's amazing.
Yeah, they glide, man. They fucking glide on those fucking
Leg
things.
strength, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially got to fucking put them behind your fucking head to get rammed and shit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Strong legs behind your head. Rather get fucked.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was trying to say a good joke, but I suck.
So you never been arrested before, right, Mark?
Well, I've been to the drunk tank. I've spent 3 days in jail. That was the most.
That was in a row.
Yeah.
Where was this? This New Orleans?
New Orleans,
Yeah.
Drunk driving.
Ooh.
Did you
Yeah.
go to like a dorm? Like you get the outfits and like
No,
it was just
it-
in the
they,
precinct.
They kept me in like a little, like in the kitchen part with all the silver tables.
All right.
We just stayed in there. It was like 18
Oh,
of
because
us.
the jail was so overpacked they had
I
no
guess
place
so.
else to
Was
put
it
you
a
guys.
group arrest? Were you like with your friends?
I was with another guy, but he got out because he wasn't driving.
Right.
So it was just me. Scary shit. I think I slept like 5 hours total. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's the gangs on there. You got what, like Vice Lords and Disciples, or
Oh, I don't know. The crawdads, the Mardi Gras, I
the Possums.
don't know. The Crocs, the Gators.
drags.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Crocs versus the Gators. That's actually
You get on there like
fucking
how many
hilarious.
beads you got?
Yeah,
Show
exactly.
me your beads.
Show your tits.
Pull
So
them out your ass.
yeah, a bunch of black dudes and then you obviously.
Pretty much, yeah. And there'd be one like terrified white kid with a button down and khakis on, who's like dad got him out.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, he got out early.
So you barely slept because you thought you'd get robbed and shit. like
Yeah.
that. And that's so yeah. You were definitely staying in the chow hall because I would imagine the jail is overpacked. A lot of places I would go, you get there and reception is you're like in the auditorium, not the
We
auditorium,
was in
the
the gym.
the
once in Long
gymnasium.
Island,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is
Sucked.
supposed to be used for rec.
Yeah.
Right.
It sucks
Yeah.
because there's no insulation there, and all the beds are up against the wall, so you'll feel the wind, like you'll feel the air coming through.
Were you bunked up or was
Whoa.
it single racks?
No, it just nothing.
Oh,
You just
sleeping on
stood
the floor.
Sleeping on the floor, yeah.
Ooh,
Damn.
this is good. This is
Yeah.
like the
What year was this? Like 90s?
Nah, this is probably like 2003,
2002.
When did you move to New York?
I moved in 07, 08.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but pre-comedy, all pre-comedy. All we did was drink. That's
Right.
all we knew how to do. We didn't have any prospects. I failed out of college, 3 colleges. Good times. Community college,
What were the big ones you went to?
UNO, University of New Orleans. Failed out of there immediately. And then I went to community college to get the grades up.
Failed out of there.
Failed out of there. And then I went to Southeastern, which
Right.
is in Houma, Louisiana, which is way out. And then I went to LSU.
Oh, you end up going to LSU?
Yeah, online.
How long? Was this during the pandemic? Was this recently?
No, I finished. I moved to New York. My parents were like, if you want to move to New York and do comedy, you got to finish college. So I said, I'll finish online. They were like, all right, fine.
Oh, so you ended up finishing.
Yeah, I
A
finished online.
pioneer.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
What'd you go for?
Communications, the easiest thing
That's
ever.
what I did. That's what I did.
It's a nice way to skate through like a gay black.
60-year-old gay black man.
Oh, yeah.
So did none of those guys press you that 3-day, that 72 hours you were
Yeah,
held?
there was some pushing, and I
Yeah.
complied. You know, a lot of like, hey, man, can you sweep that? And he would just look at me, and I was like, hey, he told it to you. And he was like, and I was like, all right. You know.
Now I'm telling you.
Yeah, so I was
damn.
Enos in there. I had a wig on and heels.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, you know. all
You were the
that
prison
shit.
nanny.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, here, wear this blackface if you can.
That's
I was Medea.
Medea goes to jail.
That is
Yeah.
the worst. Did you ever get pressed like that walking in?
My first time, yeah. By like the whole dorm. I was like 16 and I was I thought-
16.
yeah, I was like 16 and I'm walking in and like I have like you have to bring your mattress in from the hallway.
Yeah, they roll it up.
No, it's not even rolled up. It's like this big bulky thing and I'm like 5'4" at the time and I'm like trying to walk in with
You're
that.
like Jesus carrying the
Yeah,
cross. and
Not
that,
even.
yeah.
I was just struggling. So I'm like trying to walk, and then I noticed this kid from my school. So I'm like, oh, he might remember me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up? And he's like looking at me like,
He's like, I don't know you, man.
yeah. It was like one of those, and I'm like, oh, I'm fucked. And as soon as
Yeah.
I went, I had a day bed, so I didn't have my own cell. I had like a bed out in the day where everybody's just out all the
Yeah.
time. So as soon as I sat down there, I just got surrounded by the whole dorm.
Oh, no.
And I'm just sitting there like, ah, fuck. And I remember one guy goes to like snatch my bag, and I go to pull it from him, and this other like big blacker dude snatches it from both of us. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Whoa.
And he's like going through it in front of me, And I remember I went to like stand up at one point. This other guy just pushes me back down.
Damn.
I'm like,
Wow.
fuck. And I got into 4 fights in that 1 week.
Jesus.
2 of them was with this other kid that I had beef with in school.
No way.
Yeah.
From grade school.
No, it was middle school. Like we fought in high, like he sucker punched me in middle school. Like we had a fight, this whole bullshit. And when I saw him in there, we were already like kind of cool. But then people were coming up like, "Yo, Tony's over this," and he beat you up in school.
Yeah, you
gonna
can't
let him?
You can't let that slide.
But I let them. They put the battery in my back.
Yeah.
And then I just went and fought him.
What's that mean?
Battery in your back, so they charge you up.
Yeah, they
put-
charged me up.
they
I
push
wasn't
you up,
thinking
yeah.
about. I was just like, oh, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he did beat me up.
Imagine it would have made you start fighting, Mark. Like
Wow.
fucking underground.
Oh my god, like a cockfight.
Yeah.
You know, they're waving money and shit. I'm pecking. Wow, the battery in the back. I like that.
Yeah.
So you were locked in a Duracell.
Yeah.
Sorry. Cut that out.
Keep it.
I didn't get pressed until my first time as getting locked up as an adult.
No, when I was an adult, it was sweet. It was
Really?
Juvie.
Yeah.
Were you doing the pressing?
No. It's just nobody, like, everybody's older and mature, and they're not going to fuck with you unless they feel like... and by the
Disrespected.
time I got older, I knew so many people that, like, as soon as I go to the dorm, it's like, oh, hey, what's up, Gio? So that's a vouch right there.
Right.
The first time I was going in, I didn't know anybody, so,
Yeah.
like, who the fuck is this kid?
I like
You got to prove yourself.
The last time I got locked
It's like
up.
comedy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
an open
yeah.
micer, and
Yeah.
then the more you see him, you're like, oh, this guy,
Right, right.
he does this.
Well,
He's-
the last
he's a
time-
career criminal.
Yeah. The last time I got locked up, I remember I walked in and I was like, I don't know anybody. And then I was like, fuck. And they were just all these just young kids. Like I had no idea who anybody was.
And you're light
And I'm
skinned.
super light, yeah. And I just remember I went in my cell and I took one of the t-shirts and I ripped it in half and I tied each half around my fist because I was like, oh, they're coming.
Yeah.
But they never came.
Wow.
Yeah. I
You
was
were
like,
too old.
You just
Yeah,
got-
they were like
point.
that
Yeah.
old white motherfucker ain't got anything. Yeah, they probably let me slide. And then the only other time I got pressed, I walk into a spot. It was a dorm in a gymnasium, and I put my roll up down, and then this, like 7 dudes came up, circled, and they were like sneakers, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I had like some beat up ass shell tops Adidas, and luckily, like they were about to start pounding on me. One of my buddies I knew from the street, Kevin, came. He was like, no, he's good.
That's my bitch.
And I just remember being like, yo, man, I'm so happy you're here. And he's like,
My
well,
sneakers.
he's like, you better figure something out because I leave tomorrow. And I was
Oh,
like, oh,
shit.
shit.
So what happened?
I had some issues with them guys, but they didn't get my sneakers.
All
They
right.
didn't get my. I did get my shit taken in jail once, though, but not to my.
face,
They
yeah.
got my Foot Locker,
That's what after that fight,
which was stuff I
first
stole
time,
from other people, anyways.
They,
There you
they
go.
stole my Jordans, right? And I remember when
Why
I was.
would you bring them?
That's exactly what the guy said in the elevator. He's like, you bringing that up? to the
Elevator. What
door?"
kind of prison you in? What is this?
There's multiple floors.
Joking. I always make fun of
Derek
Jericho.
was in a bamboo cage like Rambo.
I was in a jungle in Thailand.
Like, elevator. You guys got electricity?
Well, the Tombs is like that. The Tombs is like 50 fucking floors.
Yeah.
You go up in the elevator. But when you were telling me that day, you were like, I had a separate shower. I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
but it's only one shower. You only go one. It's a county jail.
In the
But-
dorms, when there were showers, we had a rule. It was like only one guy could shower
Yeah,
at a
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But I remember these 2 dudes came in. They must have been Cody's, but they were showering together. And we were fucking,
They were more than Cody's.
we were offended. We had to have a sit down with them, about 60 of us. We were like, yo, this is the rules. You don't
Don't be
shower.
gay.
Don't
If
be
you- if-
fucking
yeah.
gay,
If you're
right?
gonna shower, more than 2 people, invite me.
And they were both big black dudes. So, you know, there was this cock swinging around that fucking shower.
Sure.
Just fucking all over the place, dude. All
Yeah.
over, yeah.
The Django Unchained. The Django Chained.
Balls and shade.